It's Lantern Year 2, and we are hunting the lope. You guys wanted it, you guys got it. Hunting the lope today. Now, a little settlement reminder. Let's see. Sun language. So all survivors gain emboldened survival action. Embolden is once per round. If you have no +1 strength tokens, you can spend 1 survival to gain a +1 strength token. All right, isn't that great? And if you're knocked down, you lose all +1 strength tokens. So again, Quixotic gets a strength token when they leave, so that can jump in there as well. I gotta remember these. These are all 5 XP things to forget. We are innovators of paint as well. So we get dash. So once per round, we can spend a survival to gain an extra movement, which is going to be awesome. Now we got chain dash. And then we are, by default, in People of the Sun, by default, we are survival of the fittest. So when rolling on intimacy, we get hosed every time, especially every time from now on, because we already rolled a 1. So no more bookmark babies. Who's our bookmark baby? Why do I not remember who that is? Who is bookmark baby? Rihanna. Rihanna's our bookmark baby. She's also Dingle's savior of the lantern. So she's we got a nickname on our first stinking year. And then we got accept darkness. So +2 on brain trauma rolls. That's it so far. So I mean, we are fresh. We are real fresh. Actually, I need to put these back in the fighting arts bin. Otherwise, somebody else might not get them. Any questions, comments, concerns? Yep. Always remembering that one. Shuffling up my fighting arts. Everybody doing all right today? I'm feeling quite spry. I'm feeling a lot better. COVID seems to be leaving me little bit by a little bit. Still got that post-nasal drip, which is a joy. Can't wait for Gen Con, where I get to hang out with more people who probably don't wash their hands and cough into my face. They're not all bad. People like tennis wear masks. Mask wearers are awesome in communal settings, especially at the game tables. Anyway, so level 1 antelope. Let's set up the hunt board. We have 0 not on departure bonuses. So that's a bummer. Let's set up this board here. And level 1s are real. Again, it's just because when you finish a long campaign and you're used to setting up a very large hunt, I don't even bother with the early hunts. I just build out 1 or 2 spaces more, and then we'll go from there. Let's get the show on the road, is what I'm saying. Because if possible, I'd like to get 2 lantern years done today. What do you say? Oh gosh, I forgot. I posted it on Reddit, but I did not say something here. New channel feature, really cool. I don't remember where I got the inspiration from it, but you can now use channel points not just to do rerolls and to sponsor characters and make me sit up and make me drink water or whatever. But now you can spend channel points to add a shade minion to the board. You know, make it a little bit more difficult. Add 1 more thing to the board. Only one per showdown, but you know, if you want to, why the heck not? So we're People of the Sun. You know, why not add some shade monsters for funsies? All right, so another way for you to interact with the game. I think that's fun. Not necessarily sadistic or masochistic in any way, shape, or form. It's just a way to have more fun with you fine peoples. All right, who's going first? All right. Showdown. So level 1 antelope, although we're not there yet, we could get a hunt event that changes things. That's always the case. But we've got Cher, Joan Jett, Ozzy, and David Bowie, and my overlay does not like it when you type in Joan, Dingle Hopper of the Lantern Jet. Like, it's too much. It doesn't wrap the text. It doesn't do anything. It has a really hard time. So we're gonna I just put their first names. All right. Who's going first? Who's first hunter? And yeah, I'm sorry you guys are at work, but that's why I'm here. Make your workday better. Ozzy. Which one's Ozzy? Ozzy's green. Lope themed event. Vomit pile. Ooh, he had a rough night before the concert. So we got the survivors find the half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Each survivor may scavenge and gain +1 courage to roll on the table. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Abso-stinking-lutely. Abso-stinking-lutely. Alright, let's first get that courage taken care of. We are a courageous bunch. Again, like last campaign, no one knows their ear hole from a hole in the ground. Oh, but look at that. Ozzy gets to roll on bold. Yeah, no understanding whatsoever. I love getting courageous. So thematically, awesome. Ozzy's gonna be boldened. Let's do it. We're on the hunt. So it's hunt phase triumph. Expect the unexpected. You are prepared to face any mind-bending trials at the moment's notice. Where others may falter, you forge ahead, meeting the journey head-on. Gain the following ability. Roll on the table. So we got prepared. This dude's adding XP to straggler crap. He's tripping his friends to make sure he's never the straggler. What a nice guy! Alright, which one is it? He's green. Good luck, Ozzy. 3. Gain a speed token for the showdown. Speed. Actually, whatever. Fine. You're fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Not permanent, but whatever. Alright, now let's get back to this. Let's see. Do we have consumable gear? Oh no, we do. That's not good. But I know we could use some survival. So let's roll. This is, let's see. Each survivor may scavenge, gain 1 courage, and roll on the table. So that's the way I read that, is all 4 rolling. Yeep! 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 I hope that's not anybody I care about. Hey, what's up, Death? Welcome, welcome. Alright, consumable. No! Cher has no consumable gear. That's lucky. Because we do have somebody who has a consumable item. So, that's it. You just throw up in your mouth a bit. And move on. Who's our next? A 4. Oh, no, wait. No consumable gear. Thank goodness. All right, Ozzy throws up a bit. Cher and Ozzy had a party last night. But look at that. 9 and a 10. Antelope is clearly sick, vomiting up pieces of itself. Gain +1 understanding? Holy cow! What a windfall. 1 understanding and a random monster resource. Oh my goodness. Look at this, checking boxes so early. It's way too early to be checking boxes, which means these guys are probably gonna die. Can't have good without bad. All right. David, the shining savior of the darkness, Bowie, finds some beefsteak with a little puke garnish. And who's the other one? Joan, the dingle fool of the lantern jet, finds a shank bone. Oh my goodness. And then we move on. Not a bad start, right? Hitting that loot pinata already. All right, who's red? Joan Jett's gonna take the first regular. Let's do black as the 10s. 17. Why do I have negative feelings about 17? Who here memorizes these darn hunt events? Face to face. Amidst the sea of stone faces, one catches the event revealer's eye. They feel compelled to investigate. +1 courage. What? Oh man, somebody's bolting again. So we know it's prepared. So yeah, Joan Jett's super courageous. And I think that's different. I think speed is 1 through 3. Plus bold for 4 is +1 understanding. Oh my goodness, again. Look, we're just the check-ins of boxes are crazy. So Joan Jett is also now prepared. All right, continuing on, and then roll the d10. A 4. I don't like that so much. The face reminds you of someone dear. Your heart aches with loneliness. If your survival is greater than your insanity. If my survival... Oh, this is Joan. So if my survival is greater than my insanity, you suffer monster-level brain event damage. Well, there goes my insanity. Sorry, Joan. Schmow. Is there anything else? Am I reading more? Is it a wrap to the next page? No. I could have gotten another understanding if I'd have rolled well. So I walking along, staring at the faces, staring back up at me, and one of them reminds me of my dear old paw. Oh, I miss you so much. Next, let's do blue. Who's blue? Cher. Devoured grounds. The stone-faced ground is littered with the leavings of ravenous passing beasts. Half-eaten acanthus plants are strewn everywhere. If any survivor has 300... Otherwise, roll random hunt. This might mean something. I know. 95. Last time, didn't we have the finale on the first hunt of the campaign? That was nuts. 95. Grim and frostbitten. Well, that's not thematic. All right. There is a dead stillness in the air. The atmosphere becomes thick with worry, and the survivors carry on nervously. A bitter, evil cold. Okay, there. If it's an evil cold, that's okay. Sets in, and there is no shelter. The survivors huddle together for warmth, shivering loudly. Unless a survivor has armor gear at each location, they lose quarry monster level survival. So, Cher is good. Everybody else is losing 1 survival, if they have it. And it doesn't say anything negative about if you can't, you die. So, whew, that's lucky. Oh, Cher, you don't. Joan, you do. Joan is not deceased. Ozzy doesn't have any. Bowie doesn't have any. All right. Worst things have happened, and then we come upon the monster. All right. Yeah, definitely worse things could have and have often happened. And the other were basics. No fancies inside the basics. Not bad. Checked a lot of boxes. I always like that. Hunt events. But no cool random basic events. Disappointing, but not really. Oh, now I need to remember how to set up a standard Screaming Antelope fight, because it's been a minute. So the terrain we pulled, interesting, very interesting. Standard ones are assload of acanthus plants, which we can either hurt ourselves or find survival or a fresh acanthus resource. We got bug patch. We do not have scavenger kit yet. That's a goal, of course. We find resources. Then we've got survivor corpse, which again, knock on whatever. Gonna try to roll a 10 so we can get that survival or that beta spear. Then we got a makeshift stone heap, which is from the Nucleope, which is included in this campaign. This one, if we use both our move and action, we could sift through, archive the terrain, roll a d10, and on 10 plus we get a founding stone. So potential with no ill effects, right? So that's a win, right? If we can roll a 10 and get a founding stone, we are fighting the hand at the very end of this campaign. Who wouldn't like to, as I say, throw one at the dude's gilded codpiece and make him squeal? That's a bit in the distance. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. Chill out. All right, survivors start on the edges. Let's see, what do we got? Monster in the middle. Get out of here, White Line. You're not in the room. Bug patch is what? 4 down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sir. Acanthus plants are freaking everywhere. Oh wait, no, that's you. And no one cares. What about this one? What is the oh, it doesn't actually say. Whatever. I think maybe we'll just put it there. And we'll put you over there, right? I don't care. I don't need to maximize it. Oh, at least 6 spaces. Well, then let's put you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We good? That's good? Everybody likes that? Def, catch you later, bud. Watch the replay. Hopefully we'll do you a solid. We'll kick this guy's butt so we can live again. We'll have another stream. Anybody want to split these guys off into pairings? Right, so we got David Bowie with the bow. Let's equip like one ranged guy with a melee guy. So how about Joan Jett and David Bowie on one side? And Ozzy and Cher, they went to the party together. They're going to be on the other side. Right? Sure. And let's offset them a little bit. Right? Who cares? We'll see what happens. Again, remind everybody, I do not treat this game as a puzzle that has to be perfectly solved. I randomize as much as I can, and I see what happens, right? For good or ill. And that's my goal. I'd hate to lose the replayability because I'm trying too hard to win. All right, that boring. Let's get some dice. Let's get some hit locations, which I hope to never roll. Feeling good today? I am. This weekend, I've got one of my hobbies, if you don't know, is hockey, and my son also plays, and he's doing travel team tryouts. Whether I'm actually gonna sign him up for travel or not is something else, because it's expensive, and I don't have 1 billion followers to give me, a penny each. It costs, but $110 for tonight, 3 tomorrow, and 1 on Sunday. So five practices which is over an hour, you know, for $110. That's cheap ass ice time. Oh yeah, I'm signing him up for tryouts, whether he's gonna play or not. So we'll see. But I got that this afternoon. That's all I'm doing. I'm at the rink all freaking weekend. Oh, so I'm glad I'm playing this with you guys right now. This is my fun, and then he'll have his fun. Then I get to go have conversations with all the try-hard parents. All right. Oh yeah, let's go over the Screaming Antelope. Yeah, lol. All right. Level 1. Uno. We've got 7 basic, 3 advanced cards. He's got a movement of 6 and 8 toughness. We got to roll 8 or higher to wound. And he's got trample. Well, let's go over his instinct, right? Which is different than the Nucleope, which we did a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's almost a month ago, right? We did it. Then I did the next campaign. Then I had spring break. Yeah, it's been like a month. Right? I wanted to. I play football as well, right? So I'm number 10. I'm a central attacking midfielder in football, and I'm like, all you need is a pair of boots and a ball. That's like $50-$60, man. Why can't you play that? But no, he's a goalie in hockey. So you gotta pay for a building to make the ice. Then you have to pay for all your pads. You're like, come on, man. What are you doing to me? Literally, I'm going insane with the dollar signs that are leaking out of my stinking wallet. All right. Anyway, sidetrack. Major sidetrack. Anyway, I am in Indiana. Basketball is fairly popular here. I just can't stand American sports. I really can't stand them. Right? I find them all just built to sell beer and have commercials. I can't stand them. Like the flow of the game stops. Whistles. Too many whistles. Drives me nuts. That's personal preference. Everybody's all the sports might be fun to everybody. I'm not knocking your sports. I am. All right. Monster. If the if-else statement, falls down to the bottom, the monster full moves to the closest acanthus, which there are many at the start. If the monster is or adjacent to an acanthus plant, it eats it and archives and heals 1 wound, which is bad for us. If there are no acanthus plants on the shutdown board, instead full move in a straight line. He's just running around trying to find something to nosh on. Trample is the only trait in play when it collides with the survivor. I mean, it's got a giant mouth, right? It's hungry, right? So you don't want to be underneath it when it moves over you because it's going to bite. Keep your fingers and toes like curled up. All right. When the monster, so you take 1 monster level damage to a random hit location. So it'll be 1, right? Because we're level 1. But easy remembering on this one. Let's get going. The monster always goes first, unless otherwise stated. What do we got? Bolt. Closest. Hey, thanks for that follow. Welcome to the channel as well. We got a bunch of good people here, as you can see in the chat. You guys are awesome. All right, Bolt, closest knockdown survivor is nobody. Furthest threat in range, and nobody within 6. All right, and then, so no target is graze. All right, so he's gonna graze, and that basically eliminates all these dang flows, right? Because he's not gonna do it. He's gonna just graze instead. Graze, as we heard, was it's gonna move to the nearest, nosh, and heal. Which, of course, not going to heal anyway, because he's already at full. He's already at max. All right, now it's our turn. We got to get to him before he eats all the damn resources on this board. Where's Joan? Joan girl. I'm gonna see if we can't play with our new fandangled awesome chain dash. So I'm gonna have her dash. But she's not. Oh no. I don't have any survival right now, do I? Joan's got 1. I should probably save that for when it's actually important. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But she's got a +1 movement, so 6. Oh, damn. Maybe I do need to dash with her. Necro, safe travels. Don't forget to leave all your paraphernalia and illegal things at home, not in your pockets. Hate to see pictures of you handcuffed later. Safe trip. You know what, guys? I think I am gonna dash. I really would like to collect some resources here. What should I dash towards? Bug patch? Or an acanthus? Bug patch or acanthus? Where do you guys think we should go? Leave it up to you guys. Hey, thanks for that sub. You guys are awesome. You guys are just making me so proud today. Bug patch, we get, well, we could suffer brain damage, catch nothing, gain a random resource, or gain a random vermin resource. So, what was that? It's pretty high to get a resource there. But the lope isn't going after the bug patch. He's going after the acanthus. So I kind of feel like maybe the acanthus is where we need to go. Yeah, it could be very high. Could be very high. So, but we do need survival. So I could get a survival back on that. And fresh acanthus resource for dried acanthus later. But you say bug patch? We're going for bug patch? Alright, so Joan's gonna burn her survival. And she's gonna dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 6, but she don't need it. Now, it do say that with her chain dash, after dashing, oh shit, I think I did this wrong. How about we dash from here, right? So then we could roll our die to see if we get a free one. What is it? It's 10 plus we get free, but we can dash again if we want. Yeah, you guys are kicking my butt. You guys are making me so happy. And welcome to the group. Who's that go to? Aries in real life. Welcome to the cult. I mean, team. So we got we dashed. We got a free dash, but couldn't pay for it. So it's the exact same result. Doesn't matter at all. Anyway, now let's roll bug patch. All right, I've got to pull that card up again because I can't remember what the numbers are. COVID's still affecting me a little bit here. 6, so yeah, gain 1 random vermin. 1 random vermin. Just not on my table. Oh man, I love that idea actually more and more. You know why? Because of beta content. Because of beta content, man. We got the rocker. So if you guys don't have this beta content, super fun. So what this does is this gets added to our, yeah, a bit. So not only do I get a basic cold, right, and it just post-nasal drip just galore, but I get brain fog like crazy. So I hunt and peck in my brain for the word that I'm trying to find, and it's not there, and I can't. Then I forget what I was looking for in the room that I just entered. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right, so the blind rocker, it's a vermin, and let's go look at the back first. So the next time you would gain a vermin, gain this instead once per campaign. So when it goes back to the settlement, it adds a max survival limit. So that's awesome. Creates a pleasing melody with its limbs while in the settlement storage. When we return to the settlement and it's in the storage, so this is the next year, if it's still in storage, roll a d10 on a 7+, select a returning survivor to consume it, and roll a d10 on 1 to 2, they die. Otherwise, they gain Myopic Fighter, which is +2 accuracy with, but they can only attack with daggers and katars. So that's cool. I love this thing. All right, so getting that extra survival limit. Now we don't have any survival generating stuff, but And we'll see what happens. That would put us to 5. That would put us to 5. It's just weird. I think we talked about it a couple days ago, where if you want to think about it this way, like a normal human would have all their stuff filed in file cabinets, you know, alphabetized, categorized, you know, whatever. And when I get this brain fog, when people get this like COVID brain fog, it's like somebody's taking the files out, throwing them up in the air, and now they're all over the floor. So if I want to go find what I want, it's not in the file cabinet, it's on the floor, and then I gotta hunt for it. And it's just like, oh my God, so annoying. It's ridiculous. Anyway, enough about me and my struggles. Let's talk about these guys struggling. All right, so let's get their little activation things up here so you can see who's gone. All right, she's gone. 1, 2, 3. Do we want David Bowie to go for the no, we can't, because he'd have to spend his dash. Maybe next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and leave him there. So next turn he can spend both his action and movement to hunt for a founding stone. Why not? All right, so you're done. Ozzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody who has survival? It's just Cher. Cher's the only one with survival. I feel like I want to go up and smack him. So green. Wait. No, Ozzy's got bone darts, so he can move up and throw. We're gonna throw with those bone darts. He gets 1. That's a hit. Bone darts are 1 speed, 7 plus to hit, and 3 wound and range 6. Now they are frail. So let's see. All right, restless tiny hands. Oh yeah, hype train. You guys are killing me. All right, restless tiny hands. So on a failure, grasping tiny hands make rude gestures. All right, anyway, you just, what is what? So rude. All right, but we're not gonna fail yet, are we? So to wound, the weapon has 3 strength. Ozzy has 2 innate, so we got 5 already. So we just need 3, sir. 3 or higher. Like that. All right, woohoo! All right, that's a wound. And it's not a failure. It's a win. Boom. And there's nothing else. It's just if I fail, if I fail, little fingers do things to me in a really rude way. That was awesome. That would have been a big 5 XP mistake if I had moved up and just let him sit there. Cher, however, in her full outfit of rawhide, how many spaces we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, if we dash, we could get there, and then we could stab him with our novice dagger. I feel like that's a really good plan. I'm gonna ignore the... Actually, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna ignore the dead survivor for now. We'll touch that in a little bit. But Cher is going to spend her survival to dash. Then, with her rawhide set, she's gonna get it back. And if you are unfamiliar, the rawhide set having each of the pieces of rawhide, we get 1 extra armor to each location. And when we perform survival actions, any survival action, roll a d10, and on a result of 6+, you gain a survival. So we spent, we get back. Huzzah! That's how it's supposed to work. All right, then her novice dagger is 3 dice, hitting on 7s or better. She has 1 in 8 accuracy, so 6s or better. And the dagger has a strength of 1. She has an innate strength of 1. So we're adding 2, but we still have to try to hit first. So 6s or better. Oh, I like that. I really like that. For now. Let's find out if I really still like it. I really still like it. We've got Restless Chest with a wound reaction. Moves forward and cancels everything. We've got Restless Inner Thigh, wound. The monster's muscle, Screaming Antelope gains -1. Okay, so we really like that one, plus a crit option. Restless Shoulder, on a wound. Your blow chips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder, jumps back, turn to face the attacker without... Turn to face the attacker, then without turning, move 1 space back, so that would be fine. Alright, the only one we don't like is this one. Alright, but they all 3 have crit options, so we're gonna go fine wound option, not as worse, and then worse. Right. Let's try that Restless Inner Thigh. Now, remember, the Novice Dagger, because Cher is a fresh survivor, she's gonna get Savage if we crit. So she crits on 9s, no, 8s or better. So the dagger's deadly. She's got the Lucky Charm, so we go from 10 to 9 for deadly, 8 for the Lucky Charm. So 8s or better, we're gonna crit. 6, 7, 8 for strength, so that is a wound. That's, I mean, hey, whatever, that's fine. All right, and we got that bonus for wound, and that is your attack disables the monster's powerful running musculars. The Screaming Antelope gains a -1 movement token. Woo! Like that. So now we can only move 6. That's a big win. Take it. All right. Then we're going to go after this one. Has a wound reaction that it jumps away. Unless we crit. Still 1 away. All right, so we still wound. Still wound, but not a crit. We needed 1 more. That's too bad. So it chips the Screaming Antelope shoulder, jumps back. That wasn't very nice. Canceling all hits, now out of range. All right. You know what? We'll take it. Not bad. Not bad. That's everybody. That is everybody. And the person we want in front, or a person we want near to get the target, is gonna get it. All right. So Cher is our fully armored. Oh wait, I forgot one extra thing. The Novice Dagger says, if you are a novice, when you critically wound with this, inflict additional wound and gain a deflect. So it's only, we gain a deflect token only if we crit on a previous attack. Okay. So that's a part of like a fun little novice tanking set. So if we crit, we're also gaining deflect tokens. And deflect tokens are used to cancel hits against. So that'd be a win. All right. All tokens flip, monster goes. Oh, mood. At the start of each monster turn, target and attack any survivors in the blind spot. Nice little kick. I wouldn't even call it a buck. I'd call it a super high back kick or something. All right. Which there is a flow. We could dash. Could be like, oh shit, he's gonna kick me. And get the hell out of there. All right. So that does remove a hit point though, right? So that's a win. And I don't have anything that removes wounds. So technically he's at 7 hit points. All right, and this one does not say draw an AI card. So that's it. We just pissed him off. All right, so let's not get in the blind spot. But we could spear. We could spear from there. Oh, well, we wouldn't be in the blind spot. Anyway, what were we doing next? We're going to have Bowie, the Shining Savior of Darkness, use his movement and action to roll on the pile of stones. It's the exact opposite. Now, actually, does that remove? Yeah, archive anyway. So archive whether you find it or not. Found nothing good. So he's done. Wah, wah, wah. What's next? Who do we want to go next? We could have Ozzy throw darts again and then move over to the survivor corpse. Maybe. We could attack with Cher and her dagger again. We could also move and collect Acanthus with Joan. I think we'll do that first, because I know I want to do that. All right, moving up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's roll on the acanthus. Remember, 8+ is what we're looking for. 5 is consume it, gain a survival. And we will take that. That is also a win. But her turn's done. All right. I guess what we're looking for right now is, does Ozzy need to go in and spear? Does Ozzy want to throw, Ozzy's, come on, dude, come on. Does Ozzy want to throw his dagger? What is that we want? Ozzy's, you're gonna get a whooping. My camera guy just doesn't know what there's a dial focus. Where's my Ozzy's? There we go. Thanks, Ozzy's. Survivor corpse or attack? Remember, there's always positives and negatives to resource farming before getting the monster down. The monster could just whoop on you and die, and you don't get anything. What do you think? I'll leave it up to you. I got no problems leaving it up to you guys. Somebody, though, has to say something. I guess you guys figured out what Ozzy's doing. I'm going to attack with Cher. Keep her in front, though. No, I won't. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to the side. Just stick it with the knife. Novice dagger, hitting on 6s or better. That's 2 hits, 2 7s. Take it. Oh, we got a first strike out of that, too. So, Restless Eye, first strike, must select this first. Screaming Antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear if the attacker is insane. Nobody's insane. I don't have that much. I don't have any insanity at all. Cancel all hits. Otherwise, the attacker suffers brain damage. So, Cher's taking a brain damage. Oh, that knocks her down, doesn't it? Or does it? Dude, my brain is not working right now. All right, I feel like that hitbox is not shaded. Am I going totally nuts right now with COVID? I can't remember if taking brain damage when you got nothing knocks you down or not. I feel like it does. Help me out, team. Stickler's going for stabby stabs. All right. Currently cooking. Be like, what kind of cooking are we talking about, Stickler? I hope you're not stupid enough to post in chat, man, when you're cooking. Bitch, we talk about oil. Who said anything about oil? All right. Let's roll then. And then this one is if you hit with a club or shield. All right. Screws it. We're doing it. Ramen. Okay. So that's secret word. Ramen. Dang. All right. Well, that's a miss. So, nothing there. Then we've got Restless Muzzle. My watch is telling me I need to get up, touch grass or something. All right, this one's got no ill effects. Oh! Dice have other motives. It's a big fat nothing. All right. I think I might embolden. I think I might spend a survival on Cher to gain a strength token, because that dagger does not have a lot. Oh, right. We should attack with Ozzy because he's got that speed token from the bold story. So yes, we absolutely should. And he's got reach. He's rolling with the spear. He's rolling 3. Good call. Good call. All right, spear hits on 6. He's got an 8 accuracy of 1. Hitting on 5s or better. That's 2. We got a failure reaction, and let's do the delicate inverted knee first. But the palette says, if on a failure, the giant maw snaps shut. If you are adjacent, ha! We're not! We are not! So we got two good ones. Delicate knee, here we go. 7. We've got 2 strength and 3 from the weapon. That is overkill. That is a wound. Nice job, Ozzy. But not a crit. He has to be hitting on 10s for crits. All right, and then this one's the on failure. Something would happen if he's adjacent, but he's not because he's spearing from. Oh, let's cock that thing. Come on. There we go. 8. I don't know why that's. My green screen material is on a slope. There we go. 8. Not a failure. Definitely a wound. Nice job, Ozzy. My man. All right. What else are we doing? That's it, right? Everybody's gone. All right. Well, then we're going to. Yeah, we'll do one more round, and then we'll take a little break. Well, let's see where the commercial status is. Ad starts at 6 minutes. Oh, for people that aren't subs, you guys are awesome. New guys are awesome. All right. Bad guy turn. At the start of the monster turn, target and attack any suburban in the blind spot. Nobody's there. And then run down. Full move in the direction the monster is currently facing. And turn to the closest survivor. So we got, because he's -1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Closest survivor is now. Who's that? Joan Jett? Closest survivor is Joan Jett. It says pick target, knock down survivor in range 12. Yeah, because he's running. Closest, well, it'd be 11, because he's -1, right? Yeah. Logically. Closest survivor in range, that's Joan Jett. And the action would be after flow, if we choose, is if the target is knocked down, this attack gains 3 speed. And honestly, otherwise it's not that bad. So it'd be 1 speed, 2 accuracy, and 1 damage each. Yeah, no, yeah, just take it. Just take it. Closest survivor, move and attack. Move twice and attack. Yeah, that's what it is. So it actually wouldn't be 12, it'd be 10. Or, because you're moving 5 and 5. Right. Anyway, enough with the math. 8 is most def a hit. 1 damage to the body. And on Joan, she's actually got a piece of armor there. No problem. I'm not even going to bother dodging. It's like, oh no, she's got to survive. And there's no after. That's it. Just run down. So this guy's got some movement left in his cards. Our turn, right? Let's kick some butt. I think Joan is going to. I was going to say blind spot, but I don't want to get that free attack. All right, she's got the bone blade. We're rolling 2 dice. Hitting on 6s with her 1 accuracy turns it to 5s, and we'll see what happens. 5s are better. That's 2. We have the Restless Ear, which is if you hit with a club or shield, you clobber and gain 2 luck. And then we've got the Ferocious Spasm. The screaming antelope frantically attacks everything around it. 1 at a time, target every survivor in the zone of death with the basic action. All right, well, so we're definitely going to go with the ear. Good luck to us all. No, that's a hit. So 5 plus 2 from the weapon plus 1 and 8. That's 8. That is a wound. Math is hard. Not a crit. That one. And yeah, not even a crit can help us on this one. So we cannot crit it. Good luck to us all, though. Too bad, right? Too bad. It's still a wound, but I'm gonna get punished for it. That's a basic target. Basic attack targeting me. Basic profile is 2 dice. 2 bad dice. Hitting on 2. 3 4s, or no, 3s are better. Because of my evasion. 3s are better. Well, let's roll 1s and 2s. That's not a 1 or a 2. Okay, now we might worry. Now we might need to dodge. Let's go ahead and dodge one of that, right? And just take the 1. No, let's take both. So I can use my survival to dash. Yep. It's just a light, because I've got my cloth on the middle. No problem. No problem. Right? All good things. We're looking all right. What is the range of my catgut bow? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course I'm at 7. Well, the clawhead arrow, I think we're going to use that one. Six. Okay. 1 die. Perfect hit. We don't. So if we hit, monster gains a -1 evasion token. Where are my evasion tokens? All right, and should have saved the crit for this one. Furry throat. If you hit with a club or a shield. All right. Yeah, tornado drill. You guys shouldn't hear the drill, but you might hear my Wheaton Irish Terrier. 4. What do we got? What's that? Oh, it's +6. The arrow is +6, so that's definitely a wound. Hot dog. We're looking real good. All right, I hate shuffling 2 cards, so you guys are gonna pick which one is the wound, the left or the right. Which one is das wound, the left or the right? The right is the wound. Ace calls it. What is left then? I've got 1 card left plus the basic, and then the mood, which is why it shows 3 up on the top. I feel like I need to harvest some stuff. I feel like Joan Jett just might be stuck there. But she has something to dash away now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Darn. Let's just move and grab some acanthus, shall we? 4 is not good enough. Find nothing, archive terrain. Alright, where are you going? 2. Oh, that's not good. Suffer 1 arm damage. She can take it. She's got armor. Well, dang it. I tell you what, every time we do these harvestings, we get 0. All right. Bad guy turn. Yeah, let's actually just try to get this whole fight done, and then we'll take a break. You know, whether we hit the ad or not. All right. Nobody's in the blind spot. Yeah, run down. It's the last card. Full move the monster in the direction he is facing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn to face the nearest, which is now David Bowie. Pick target. Nobody's knocked down. Closest survivor in range, which is David Bowie. And yeah, I mean, he's going, if he has to move twice, he does. And he attacks David Bowie. Poor David. With only 1 speed, though. That's not bad. 5 is good enough. He's got nothing. David's got nothing. Good luck to getting waste. No, he's got the head. It's 1 damage. I've got nothing. I have to take it. So he's knocked down now. Ouch. Knocked him down. Poor Dave. Now I can't use my bow. I've got to figure something else out. And then, yeah, that's it. He only does it one. Does it to one person. All right. Well, my Ozzy's gonna go to the survivor corpse. I want to get this thing. I want to roll a 10 here. Come on, 10. Ah, see that? Did you see that crap? Oh well, it would have been really nice to have that extra weapon, but getting a resource is also good. So I gain 3 insanity and a skull. Make another skull helmet. 3 insanity is fantastic. Oh, that's not David Bowie. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. It's Ozzy. An insane Ozzy is a good Ozzy, right? More thematic that way. Then we are going to move Cher up and Acanthus. Dang it. 4 is a nothing burger, isn't it? Yep, find nothing archive. Come on, Cher. Killing me, Smalls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, yeah. We'll go up and smack him. Joan Jett going up with the sword. Just hitting on 5s or better. Nope. 4s are better because... Oh, right, and the skull. You're right, the skull. I forgot all about the skull. And when gaining the skull, survivor your choice gains an insanity. Forgot to actually grab the skull. Importante. All right. Who is my... Probably David, right? No, who got... Oh, Cher. Cher gets the insanity. That's it. That's it. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. All right, who got that, though? That was Z. Where were we? We were rolling dice for Joan's sword attack. And remembering that the monster has a -1 evasion token, so we're hitting on 4s or better. Yeah, 1. Is this impervious? Oh no! It's super dense. There goes our sword. Wah, wah, wah. So after you resolve the whole attack, if you're attacking with frail weapons on super dense, it goes smash. All right, so we lose our bone blade, which only was 1 bone. Not a big deal. All right, let's crit this thing. Make it worth it. Hot dog! I'm not supposed to call your crits on my channel because it always ends horribly wrong. But how do you like that? The shards going in his eyeballs. Right? It's that easy. Just crit. Just crit. Why do anything else? All right. Super dense. Right. Crit. Gain a critical. Gain a screaming antelope resource. And we gain another bone. Yahoo! All right. And that was Joan Jett. But bye-bye, Bone Blade. Bye-bye, Bone Blade. And that is, more importantly, a wound. So now he's on basics. He's on basic attacks only. Who's left? Oh. David Bowie. Well, you're just gonna sit there, aren't you, buddy? Can't get you up. Alright, bad guy turn. Basic attack. He's going straight for the knockdown guy. Ah, too bad. It's knockdown, move, don't need to. 2 dice. Hitting on 2s, 3s, or better. 3s are better. Yes! Only one. To the hands. Of course, that's 1 damage. So just enough to hurt a bit. Nothing too bad. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, who do we need to harvest? Who do we need to harvest? Probably David. Let's just harvest with David. There we go. We got something, right? 6 is find something, consume it, gain a survival. All right, everything's picked off the board. Nothing left, and David's gone. Do we want Joan to punch it? Or do we want Cher to dash in and stab it? Stab it. Dash in and stab it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she's got survival to dash. Three dice. And with the -1 evasion, we are at 5s or better. That's 1 hit. All we need is 1. Gnarled horns. The attacker is adjacent to the monster. The weapon is stuck. Tugging frantically comes loose, but you stumble, knock back 5. Okay. Whatever. Well, let's see. 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. Oh, dang. Yeah, we needed 1 more. So that's a whiff. That's a whiff of Rooney. And that's a failure. So it's a knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knockback, not knockdown. Darn. All right, I guess Joan's punching. Let's punch it. That was blue. Hitting on 8s, 7s or better, so 2 hits with the fist. We got a failure and a tongue. Well, I think we're going to go for this giant tongue one because we get the -2. Right, that puts us needing 6 or better. Let's do that one first, shall we? Good luck. There we go. That's a win. All right. So that's a wound and a dead antelope. Dead antelope. That's it. We did it. We did it.
We did it.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll figure out the loot and then move on. Yeah, we're sitting at 11-11. That's excellent. We're definitely going to try to get another lantern year in here today. So, kick butt. Not a crit, and it was on a wound, and let's see, blood and spittle erupt from the screaming Antelope's wound. If the wound result is even, suffer brain damage. If the wound result is odd, gain insanity. Who was there? It was Joan. Punched it in its face. All right. Yeah, that was excellent. And we got, let's see, plenty of loot besides the loot we're gonna get. Yeah, we got the vermin. We got a couple shank bones, shakes. Shake bones. No one hit on monster controller to get the free insanity this game. That was a bummer. But we did lose a bone blade. Yeah, but we got loads of courage. We actually got maybe 1 or 2 understandings. This so far has been a good year. What are you guys thinking? I saw innovate. Yeah, it's probably something we need to do. Where was the trap? Next card. Nope. Next. Oh, what? The last card? Who shuffled this? Good job. What? All right. right. All right. Looks like we're going to get our first shade. So that was redeemed. So Sparkles is increasing the difficulty of our next fight. So that's our first shade redemption. Is this one too easy? Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for that. Get to see what our new channel feature does. Hopefully I'll be happy when I... Oh, I need to go find that card then, don't I? Might have it in my universals. I don't know. Yep, here we go. Oh, get rid of that. Shade minion. I don't know, where am I gonna put it? I'll just put it in the shade somewhere. Oh, at the start of this next battle. Oh, we also need to figure out what we're gonna fight again, whether it's another lope or if it's another cat. So it has 1 life. Its toughness would be just 8, so that's not too bad. Movement of 4, adds a bleed. Right on. Over that 2 speed. And 1, yeah, that 2 speed could be a pain, plus bleed, but we get a survival if we kill it. So early on, these things would be not too bad. So we'll have to keep that on the board, remember that. Thank you for that. I hope it's thank you, not a you son of a bitch. We'll figure it out. All right, we get 4, I believe. I get to look at my upgrade sticker. First time we defeat a screaming antelope. We get the stone circle settlement location. Stone circle. We do not have Forbidden Dance, so we're just going to get this top little bit there. When the monster's defeated anybody that's got 20 plus insanity is driven mad and runs away. So we got to remember, if we're trying to go for Killjoy beta content, that we can't be fighting a lope. Got to go for something else. 4 basic and 4 screams. 4 basic and 4 screamers. All right. Let's see what we get. First one. Spiral horn. It moans balefully. Pelt. 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 Okay, well, I mean, we could throw that and make our next full set of rawhide if we really wanted to. Perfect hide. Monster organ. Broken lantern, get a bone in there. Yeah, innovate is a go. Innovate is a go. So 3 pelt, 2 shanks, a beefsteak, and a spiral horn for the lope. We got a skull. We got ran the gambit, right? So perfect hide, bone, scrap, and organ. Really did run the gambit there. Awesome. We'll keep this up here. But first things first, we got to look for story stuff. Advance the year. Lantern Year 3. We don't have a story, but we do have Acid Storm from the many game overs. The many game overs. Many. My best Lassard speech. Many game overs. Acid Storm. The air tastes sour and burns the survivors' cracked lips. The sky cracks in great flashes, revealing spiraling black clouds. Finally, it opens, dousing everything in a little acid rain. Roll a d10. How about 5? The survivor with the highest insanity runs in the storm. They must skip the next hunt. Oh, that's Ozzy. That seems very Ozzy-like. Just screaming at the rain. All right, Ozzy. Skipping lantern year 3. Yeah, worse things could happen. Archive freaking gear. That's terrible. Lingering effects. It prevents music, but it inspires +2 the result of art. If we had nightmare training, we could, get acid palms, but nope. So that did nothing really. Nothing bad, nothing good. But yeah, no story this one. Next year we do the dipping sun, but this year's freebie. All right, let's take a look at our stone circle again. So spiral horn and scrap, boom. There's our headset, right? Pelt and hide. Oh, and resource-wise, not looking so great. Because all we have is a perfect hide, a broken lantern, and 1 curious hand, which is a hide. But we did spend quite a bit of our stuff, so we don't really have a lot to carry over. Let me catch up with what we got here. 1 innovate, rawhide armor versus screen set, stone noses. We do have 2 stone noses. 5 XP moment. Oh, Bob Saget.
Oh, Bob Saget!
Guess who forgot to do on arrivals? This guy. So we had stone noses on Cher. We had stone noses on Joan Jett. What an idiot. So Joan would have gotten a survival and an insanity, right? That's what it is. Survival, insanity, and Cher would have gotten. My goodness. Oh, man. Well, hey, that's only 1. 1 per hour average. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Pelt hide, pelt bone for the chest, pelt hide for the skirt. We just don't have extra hide. Basically, we've got 2 perfect hides, a curious hand, and that's it. Right? So we've got 3 hides that we could use if we really wanted to. Not really sure we should. We could do the Boss Mendy, which is a beefsteak and a bone. We've got bone earring stuff. We did not get any flat tooth items. That stinks. We didn't get a bladder. Man. We could do elder earrings. Really, I mean, yeah, I'm leaning more towards going for a second rawhide. Well, we just need 1 bone. We could just use 1 of the bones for another bone sword. Because now that Joan is at 2 insanity, we should have given that, yeah, like an idiot. We gave the insanity to Cher instead of Joan, because she would have been insane on this exit. Yeah, that's too bad. So, let me jump back a step here. The reason I want Joan Jett, who's quixotic with a sword, to be insane, is because when she departs, we would get to use the new beta content, which would create like the dream sword. Let me pull that up. Yes, if you guys are unfamiliar, let me find it here. It is when a survivor with quixotic departs with a sword in their gear grid while insane, they gain this gear grid, or gain this gear. Yeah. That's this one. The obligate gallant blade. So that immediately goes boop boom to our ability to wound. Seems a bit OP, but that's my goal, is to bring this out. And so combo finishes if you do 2 wounds, it does another wound, right? So Combo finish X is if you do X wounds on this attack, make you do another wound. Dang it, now I'm gonna have to look that up. Living glossary combo. Not even in the living glossary. they're up to speed. All right. Combo finish right off the card here. A gear rule at the end of your attack with this. If you inflicted X wounds, inflict an additional wound. Got it. And let's read the Delusion Sword as well. So this sword does not truly exist. It cannot be voluntarily placed in the gear. When the survivor gains gear with Delusion, recorded on their survivor sheet, and only they may use it. That's fine, whatever. While the survivor is insane, if they have a sword in their gear grid, place this on top of it. And then that survivor is sane, remove it. Whatever, it's perfectly fine for me. Her sword is better than what she is better than what she has. All right, cool. All right, so that's what I'm wanting. And so now I need to find a way to get Joan a bit more insane. But it's on D part, right? And so are the quixotic bonuses, right? So you get a strength token and something else. I can't remember. It's strength token and insanity? Oh my gosh, come on. Living glossary. So if you are insane when you depart, gain a survival and a strength token. But anyway, that's my goal. That's my goal. So I do need to make another sword, but because of my choice on the skull bonus, we are one lantern year away from that happening. Accept the consequences of my actions. All right, so are we innovating? Because I believe we should. I believe we most def should. And when we get to, because the people of the sun are going to trigger most def on 8 innovations, edge tonometry on 8 innovations. So we really, 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 really need to get to 8 innovations. So let's do, oh yeah, we gain 4 endeavors. Let's do that first then, shall we? So bone, organ, and we'll use the curious hand for the other one. I hate using perfect tides on things that don't require perfects if I don't have to. Our gear is really good, so if we don't end up doing like weapons and armor and things, it's not the end of the world, because we're sitting really good with the other stuff. So do not fret. All right, but let's shuffle these suckers. And let's pull 2 innovations. Let's pull this rest of the stuff out. We have an organ grinder, a sacred pool, a bone smith, Catarium, Skinnery, and Sun. And what we're doing right now is 1 endeavor, 1 bone, 1 organ, 1 hide, once per settlement phase. Pull 2, keep 1. Just in case you didn't know what we're even talking about. All right, here we go. Here are the 2. Good luck to us all. Sculpture and hovel. All right, I feel like I know what I'd want. So sculpture is, you can spend an endeavor. If somebody has a BA fighting art, you remove the fighting art from them as they put it in permanent sculpture in the middle of the settlement. And then anybody can spend an endeavor to roll a d6 and then gain that art, like learn from the statue. Like, oh, see what they're trying to do here. Yeah, very interesting. And then Hovel is departing survivors gain +1 survival. I like that one quite a bit, right? So, what say you? This is a group effort. This is a group effort. We have chain dash, right? So we could put chain dash up on the sculpture, which would be freaking ridiculous, right? The fact that we have that already, that would be pretty OP. If everybody can just be like zip zooming a stinking around, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But is it better than Hovel? Hovel's consequences are family, bed, partnership, bloodline, settlement watch, and shadow dancing. And what's the other one? Pottery. So, yeah, pottery if we get sculpture, and a whole lot. So and this is where you sometimes you don't necessarily want to, you might pick one just to prevent innovation deck bloat. So adding too many consequences start adding to the group that you're pulling from. So if you're trying to get drums or symposium or pictograph or ammonia or even hands of the sun, that bloat can kind of hurt. Like we ended up having a bit too much bloat last campaign, and Inner Lantern ended up getting just lost in the bloat. Yeah, I know. Chain dash on sculpture is really tempting, and I feel like and this is why I think I might want to do it, because we're doing Drifter Knight Wanderer. If we have a chain dash sculpture, how thematic is that, right? I mean, that seems pretty thematic. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards sculpture with chain dash specifically, and being able to free dash would be real nice, real nice. And let's post that again, just so people see. Oh no, I put it back in the deck. Chain dash. This is what I'm proposing we go with sculpture. pretty nice. So on dash, roll 5s or better, you get to do dash again at cost. We're at 15 survivors right now. It's not, to me, the population isn't the biggest thing right now. But having a bunch of survivors with chain dash would be BA. Correct. That's basically what I have to usually remind people about. Anyway, we're going sculpture. We're doing it because I want to. Because it's so thematic. All right, so you gotta reshuffle the chain dash back in. Get back in there. Sculpture. What is it? Grabs us pottery. Pottery. Where are my innovations? It also adds shadow dancing because it's a Sunstalker themed innovation. So it's not just 3. Holy cow, come on. Where is it? There it is. All right, so this is one of the consequences. This is the one consequence that's added in. All right. Survival limit. So sculpture doesn't give anybody anything innate. In fact, it takes away from Joan Jett. Where's my eraser? So Joan Jett loses chain dash. So innovate gone. And then we're going to go ahead and put chain dash onto the sculpture. So 2 innovations left. Now, did we want to roll with any of these? I mean, we don't need the sword right now. Right? All right. So Joan did do damage with a sword, so she gets a weapon prof. All right, XP. So Joan's at 3. Cher gets 1. Ozzy gets 1, but he can't go. So Ozzy will age. So we need to roll age, and David Bowie will age. Let's do age. You guys need to start figuring out what we want to hunt next. All right, let's do David Bowie's age. Eight. Well, we're in the top one. So, oh, too late. So 1 random fighting art. David Bowie gains. Well, that's a little odd, but we'll take it. Oh, hey, look at that. Thanks for the gifted sub, guys. You guys are awesome. And it sparkles. She gets rewarded for giving us a shade. All right, so David Bowie is now a fist and tooth guy. So, yeah, that kind of stinks. Because he's -1 speed, so he's... that does not fit well with him. Monster Claw. That is 1 act, 1 stir, and savage. All right, and we're doing bows with him. Who was the next one? Ozzy? All right, Ozzy, you're next, pal. $13, that's another fighting art. Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Yo, Aziz, come on, dude. You're killing me. Absolutely killing me today. Thank you, Aziz. Sword Oath for Ozzy. So this one was a strain milestone card. One of the 4, whatever I get to add. Or I did random ads. So sort of, when you gain this, write the name of any sword gear on your record sheet. Note each time you wound with the named sword. He doesn't have Quixotic, so we're not going to be naming the obligate stuff. We're going to have to figure out another sword to put on his sheet, which we don't have another sword. There are no Nemesis fights in this campaign until the last 5 years. So year like 2021 or 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 are the only, well, 25 isn't, but those are the only Nemesis fights, and they're all, not all, level 2 Kingsman, level 3 Butcher, level 3 Kingsman, level 3 Hand, and then you fight the Sunstalker. If we win, if you lose, even lose your 4 people and you still have people in the settlement, doesn't matter. If you lose to any Nemesis at the end of this campaign, game over. So we're gonna try to build our people up to survive these Nemesis fights. All right, so sword art again, man. These fighting arts are just, oh, they're not working. It's not working for me. If we could have gotten Sword Oath on Joan Jett, that would be baller. So when you gain this, write down a sword. All right, we got to pick a sword. Dare I say Bone Blade? Is there another sword? I mean, Sword of Silence. Could get Sword of Silence in a hunt. I don't think there are any swords with Stone Circle. No swords in Katarium. Stone or Bone Blade on Bone Smith, and that's it from what we have right now. And even I think the swords in Plumery are Katana. Oh, Hollow Sword. Boy, that's not soon. That's not soon at all. I hate giving him something that he's not going to be able to touch forever. Phoenix Feather is Lantern Year 7. It's a bit away. Unless there's a beta sword I can somehow come up with. I'm not really thinking, but yeah, we're not doing Talk Scimitar this time around. The Osseous Scrap Blade, which is Perfect Bone, 4 Bone, and Scrap. And if there's a survivor with heartstrings and partner abilities, you may kill their partner to gain this for free. That's a sword, so that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, I don't see a sword option unless it's going to be Excalibur from a hunt or Sword of Silence from hunt. Dang, but we have to write a sword down right now. Right? We don't get to change it. And we also have to wound 18 times with it. Do we want to gamble and just give him Sword of Silence? What do you guys think? Goblin Snarfer, that's grand, it's not sword. The Osseous Scrap Blade is the only thing I can think of. We don't have Perfect Bones. But we are going to do quite a bit of partner stuff this time. So that could work. Heartstrings and Partner and Hope. Yeah, this one might just be a throwaway fighting art. What do you guys think? Pray for sword? Well, isn't sword cursed? Doesn't he would have to be out there for it and roll on it in order to get it. So I don't think Sword of Silence is a good idea. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Because what if we pull it when he's not in the room? That would be annoying. And I do not see him taking Bone Blades deep into the campaign. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I don't think it matters as much as we think. Then let's do Hollow Bone. I think that's probably an easier one to get out of all. Or Weaponsmith or Weapon Crafter, Scrap Sword. We could try that. I think maybe that might make more sense. Scrap Sword. Okay, wait. So in my opinion, we're narrowed down to Hollow Blade from Phoenix or Scrap from Weapon. Which one do you guys think? We'll pull that one out. Actually, I'm not even gonna use a pull. It's just which one do you think we're actually gonna be able to get for this guy? So Sword Oath. What is it? Wounding 18 times. 18 gains devastating and sentient. Dev 1. Oh, when we suffer flee, we lose it. Scrap makes sense. All right, we're going scrap. So let's hold on to some scraps, shall we? Ozzy's not even in the room anyway. He's got to skip the next hunt. Ah, 2 wasted ages. That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. I'm gonna grab my loot book again. We have the ability to get Boss Mendy and earrings, stuff like that. Where's my stone smith? No, stone circle, whatever. So let's let people see what our options are. So here's Boss Mendy. This is the steak plus a bone. Oh, there's something else. We've got earrings are a possibility, as well as elder earrings if we want to use our scrap. Got a couple options here today. That's pretty much it, though. I mean, we didn't get enough to do anything. I do think we're going to use the pelt and probably one of our perfect hides to complete our rawhide set. So we have 2 full rawhides. I think that's a good idea. Go ahead and do that. I don't make anything more than 2. That's gone. So now we've got Spiral Horn we should keep for the set. We'll keep Spiral Horn. Let's probably keep the scrap for the sword, which means this is gone off the table as far as potential. I just think bone earrings, Boss Mendy. Boss Mendy seems like probably something we should do. How many of those shank bones do we need for armor? None. We just need bones. So this one's going to cost both shank bones. This one's going to cost steak and a bone. So Boss is brave while adjacent insane survivors gain 1 speed. Circumstantial at best. The bone earrings. The start of showdown gain 2 speed and 2 strength tokens if insane, and all your gear grid says bone. That's circumstantial, and we certainly don't have any of that, so I think that's off the table. So I think anything we're going to make today, it's this. And put that next to the tank and see what happens. Right? Why not? All right, so 1 steak, 1 bone. Going bye-bye. We'll get that. Then we keep a bone and a skull, a spiral horn, and a broken lantern for next year. Again, I think we're looking real good as far as items. I know we lost our sword, but Rihanna, she's probably going to go this year. And she likes punching things, doesn't she? Who's the puncher? Yeah, Rihanna. I think Rihanna will take Ozzy's place. And yes, I know settlement event or settlement time does take time. It is slow. It is not exciting. It's got to be done. Spiral horn, one shake bone, skull. And another broken lantern. So we're at 2 broken lanterns. All right. So we have 2 endeavors left. We can have somebody grab Chain Dash. And we could, what was the other one? It's on the Sacred Pool. So we could also do Sacred Water, which is Intimacy. Or we could do Purification Ceremony. So one person, we choose them, they are purified. They can't depart this year. They gain the Protective Disorder, and on an 8+, gain +1 permanent attribute of our choice. That's always a win. Thoughts? We don't have anybody that's purified yet, so that's always a plus, and I believe that does impact intimacy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, purification. So add 1 to the birth if you're purified. So that gives us a higher chance to create babies. Anybody? We got to use these things somehow. It's either get 2 people Chain Dash, which is BA, well, on a 6+. Not gonna guarantee. Or we give 1 person purified. And then, of course, we got the rocker. So now we're going to have a survival limit of +1. And then anybody that returns this next time, yeah, potential to get Myopic Fighter. Then we got to remember we got a shade coming. I feel like we should go ahead and just give 2 Chain Dash. Let's give 2 Chain Dash. Who's going on this fight? Well, you want to give it back to Joan? You want to give it back to Joan? Actually, I want to give it back to Joan and give Rihanna also. Those are our 2 quixotic peoples. And Rihanna is our punchy person. Punchy person. Sounds derogatory. Don't talk to her. She's a punchy person. We need to redistribute some gear as I build out the gear grid. If you aren't familiar with how I build my stuff out, I have these fun little card sleeve sheets that I just throw my stuff in. So I can write notes on them, dry erase style. If necessary. Like I can remind myself for on arrival bonuses, which I absolutely did not do last time. Let's give Rihanna the Boss Mendy. Reminder, Boss Medi. And let's give her stone noses as well. She's just punching. There is Rihanna. We're going to give her +1 movement, a full set, so that she can dash. And let's have Cher go again. I don't see any reason why Cher couldn't go again. No, I tell you what I didn't do. I did not transpose their end of fight information. So Cher was 2 and 2. 2 survival, 2 insanity. Ozzy was 0 and 5. Joan, 2 and 2. David Bowie, man of many talents, 1 and 1. How are we looking, guys? I need to redistribute a skull helmet, probably to a spear person, a founding stone. Let's give that to Rihanna in case she has to throw something. Or we keep, actually, you know what, we're keeping that in reserve for you know what, the hand fight. Who's getting Dridecanthus? Let's give that to the spear person. And honestly, let's not take Joan this time. No, we do need to take Joan because she's going to get because we need her to be insane. So I guess we're putting Rihanna where Cher was. So our 2 chain dash people have a full set of rawhide, so they can do their dashy things potentially for free. All right, so who are our substitutes? We have John Lennon, so we need 1. We have John Lennon, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Adele, Shakira, Tina Turner, Freddie Mercury, Prince, Alice Cooper, and Dio. We can go after a lion. Totally can. There's nothing that says we have to hunt lopes or anything. Yeah, we can do lion. Let's go for the cat's eye. Sure. Who's going next, though? We need a sub. We need a substitute. Rihanna is still a novice, so she can use that dagger. Prince? Sure. Did we had him? Yes, we did. And he's a freshie. So he'll be throwing bone darts. Why not? All right, let's get him up on the board here. He's going to depart with Dridacanthus gives him 3 survival. He's got the skull helm and cloth. And he'll get 1 evasion from his lantern. All right. It'll be green. White Lion, level 1. Unless you guys think we should go crazy and go to level 2, knowing we already have dash. Green is Prince. He's got 3 survival, 3 to the head, 1 to the waist, no insanity. Right on. Blue is now Rihanna. If I could remember how to spell that name, I don't remember. Good enough. Sound it out. She's 1 and 1. 2 everywhere. She'll depart with 2 survival. No insanity. She does have a rival. I do need to pay attention. Now we are going to lose 1 resource, but she's going to gain a courage because of her hoarder if she survives. People are going to age up like crazy. Rihanna's going to age up. We could take somebody else instead of David Bowie. I'm totally fine with that. John Lennon would age up. You want to take John Lennon in? Yeah, John. How about John Lennon and Prince? So who do you want Prince to be on? Bone darts, or do you want Prince to be on catgut bow? These are important things. These are things that will determine the outcome. Right. All right. Joan is still. We're keeping Joan because she's our leader right now. She's gonna depart. She'll have 4 survival. She'll have 2 everywhere. And she'll have 1 insanity. 2 insanity. Freezer. Our cap is currently 5. Now, we forgot another thing, or well, we, like me. Prince is on bow, got it. Joan is Orator of Death, so we should be spending her action to give non-deaf people 2 insanity. Blouse. I like you even more now, really. Charlie Murphy. So Joan is full set. She's 2 across the boards. Blouses. You're killing me, man. We are starting where this is going to be the hunt of Lantern Year 3. And we're just getting our ducks in a row. Ducks. We like ducks here in Kingdom Death. 2 across the boards, 2 insanity 4. Alright, Joan is good. We gotta go back to Prince though now since he's swapped. He's only gonna have... And he's not departing with that, so he's gonna go back down. And then David Bowie's no more. Or not no more. We got Lennon. Now, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. So John Lennon's going to have 3 on D part. 1 insanity. All right, now I think we're ready. My goodness. That took way too long. That sometimes does, especially when you're running solo, as I am. You remember, you're like, oh my gosh, 5 XP, that would be so much quicker if you just did it all in Scribe. You're like, it could be. I just like to do it this way. That's all. So like, I'm an old man. I like Scribe. I love Scribe. The developers of Scribe have created a really awesome product, and it totally kicks major booty. I just prefer to do pen and paper. I prefer to do it old school. And there's no school like the old school. All right, we have decided to hunt another lion. And that means I need to get all the all the lion stuff ready to rock. We didn't have anybody run over, so we didn't have anybody to have to worry about gobbled up. That worked out well. Worked out real well. You remember, this is not a stream to, I don't know, teach. It's not a stream to speed run. This is just me playing the game, having fun with you guys while doing it. Getting you guys engaged in this game. All decisions are ours to share in the successes and failures of those decisions. 4 times, we just had 0 trap cards. It's awesome. Guy shuffled the deck so well that the trap didn't even show up. It's at the very bottom of the deck. How do you like them apples? Applesauce. All right. Level 1 non-prologue lines, 7 basic, 3 advance, total of 11 health, 6 movement, 8 toughness, 0 state discards and bonusy whatnot. So just 7 Bs, 3 As. The lion and the lope do have several cards that can chain into really awful loops when you get down to a few AI cards, just like the butcher. So hopefully we don't run into any of those. All right, 3 As. Seven Bs. Shouldn't have to shuffle these too much. Now I do like the way the Kingdom Death Simulator does their auto setup. You're like, oh, come on, Ozzy's. Dude, I swear, Ozzy's is the worst employee. I do like the way the simulator does their like setup. You're like, I want to do a level 1 lion. Brrr, already done. Fantastic, wonderful. I'm on a train across Europe and I've got hours to spend and no Kingdom Death physical board game. I'm playing on the simulator. Of course I am. Of course I am. However, I got beautiful minis. monsters at least, right, Necro? I know you're not here. You're here in spirit. But I don't paint my survivors. They die too easily. Don't get attached to your survivors. Rule number 1 of Kingdom Death. Don't get attached to your survivors. If I paint them, I'm going to get attached to them. Alright, what is the hunt for the lion? I feel like these should be memorized. Like having played so much, these should already be in my brain, like where the monster hunts are and where the basic hunts are. 2 lions, 2 blanks, and a lion. 2 blanks and a lion. You know we're going to get Sword of Silence this time. Having talked about it so much already. Is Joan Jett? Joan Jett just needs 1 more for her understanding. To get to 3. Oh, we get a potential beta card in the hunt. Although I think that's where the lion's sitting. Yup. So doubtful. Doubtful we're going to get it. Alright. Let's start this off. Who wants to go first? Let's do red. Who's red? Rihanna is red. What do we got? Marked territory. The white lion has marked this area. If any survivor has 3... Posh. Nope. It's too bad we got this first, right? Our luck, right? Too bad. That would have been an awesome way to get ammonia. Alright, black is 10s. 21. Drawings. Cowering in a cave, the survivors find strange drawings decorating the walls. They appear to contain a message. Any survivor with 3 understanding. Telling you, understanding hates us. Anybody with understanding can decipher. If the settlement has pictographs, every survivor may roll regardless of understanding and add 4 to their roll. So, nothing happens. We've got quite a few people following this channel and chitty-chatting in Europe, so you might want to ask around. Alright, so nothing happened there. Who's blue? Joan Jett. The survivors find a white lion cub. Ooh, you know what we're going to do here. They may choose to slay the cub. If they do, each survivor gains a random basic resource. The event revealer rolls on the table below. So that's going to be Joan. And you know we're cutting that pup up. All right. When we see baby lions, we cut the pup up. Everybody gets courage, right? No, that's different. It's if they do, each survivor gains a resource. Basic resource? Basic resource. Was it Joan who did it last time? I don't remember. All I know is this settlement hates babies. You're like, oh, look, a cute cub. Have you lost your way, little cub? Good. All right, here we go. Prince. Oh, well, look at that. Broken prism lanterns, scrap. People of the Sun. Only include this if playing People of the Sun. If the settlement has heat, no. You may archive this and 3 other scrap to experiment with lanterns and gain the Sun Lantern Mask and Horokubia Dagger. So, yeah, it's just scrap that we hold on to. So we don't have to do it this instant. So it's not a this instant thing. So this is great. All right. So we'll hold on to that one because we have 2 other scrap, not 3 other scrap. All right, John Lennon skinned the pup. Rihanna ripped out its organs. Yep, and Joan Jett skinned it as well. That poor pup. Now let's find out what happens. 9. Nothing. Take that.
That's it! We did it!
We did it!
Yeah. All right. Who's green? John Lennon's going out in the hunting. Regular old hunt event. Blacks are 10s. 33, my favorite number. It whispers your name. The event revealer trips, so that's green. The event revealer trips over a protruding nose in the ground. The lips of the stone face begin to move. If the event revealer has no name, now why would he not have a name? I guess something to erase his name. No witnesses, no crime. Exactly. Otherwise, the lips seductively whisper the survivor's name. If the event revealer is insane, John Lennon, are you insane? No, you are not. They are drawn in, savagely kissing the face. Repulsed and outraged, the other survivors suffer brain damage, pulling the crazed survivor from the ground and moving on. If he's not insane, they gain an understanding. Look at that. Very thematic. Right? Feeling on the cusp of learning something. If any survivor has marrow hunger, thank God we don't, they gain a permanent strength and add murder. God, I am over with murder and marrow hunger after the last campaign. I'm on a marrow hunger and murder vacation. Game. Better be nice. Play nice. All right, and then we find the line. What was this one? Ah, the golden dagger. That would have been fun. Oh well. Well, that could have murdered somebody. We might have had our first death. Oh, and we have a shade. We're going to be putting a shade on the board because of sparkles. So let's grab... let's grab a ring. That's a way for somebody, I guess, to farm a survival. Because if we kill the shade, we gain a survival. All right, white lion. I went too far, didn't I? 1 tall grass and 2 random. Tall grass. I knew I liked you for some reason. We'll get to that here in a moment. Getting those arrivals, because those 2 stone noses people are going to get some bonuses. Alright, 2 randoms. Here we go. What do we get? Toppled pillar. More grass. Okay. Whatever. So 4 grass and a toppled pillar. I do like a lot of grass. More area for me to hide in. When is the terrain package gonna come in the mail, huh? Come on, Poots. Okay, where's my other grass? There she be. And then where do we want to put those? 4 spaces away from other tall grass. Here, let's do it, so let's just be completely crazy. Put that shade in the shadow. How about right there? We'll say the light's coming from the monster. Again, I'm randomizing, I'm not min-maxing or anything. Yeah, at this rate, no joke. Absolutely no joke. All right, reminder on the shade. So, oh yeah, I need to redeem that, don't I? And we've got a reroll on here as well. And Necro gave me a reroll earlier. So we've got 2 rerolls on deck. That's great. If you are unfamiliar with rerolls, using channel points, you can redeem a reroll, which means if I crit something and that kills the monster, and I'm like, yay, you could say, Jack, and make me reroll that. All right, or you could switch around to be a nice person, and if I roll a 1 and somebody dies, you could say, no, reroll that. I want to live. I don't know, it's your choice, and I think it's fun, whether it's good or bad. So don't worry about it. But that's another way for you guys to join in. So we're gonna give Joan Jett monster controller. And what is it, 5 away? 6, sir. Let's get you. And let's put you on this side. There, excellent. Yeah, terrain. Excited about it. I've got my own 3D printed stuff. Can't remember where I downloaded that one. And I like it. But again, it's just more stuff to deal with. And I can wait for it because I still haven't even painted my Ultimate Showdown board. So I've got time. Lord knows I've got enough plastic to paint. It'll take me some time. All right, bad guy goes. He smells his child. Cats scream. Oh wait, almost 5 XP. Who's got some on arrivals? Who's got some on arrivals? I know somebody's got them. Come on. All right, Rihanna's got on arrival. Survival insanity. Do I have these switched? Joan Jett's blue. Whatever. Whoops. And we are at 5 because of the rocker. Yeah, I got those switched. Whoopsies. This guy. All right, now we can do this one. Random threat. All of us are threats. Lowest is threat. White. Prince. Why you gotta pick on the prince? All right. Move and intimidate targets. To turn to face the target, the monster emits a horrible scream. He's already facing. Each non-death threat in the monster's facing. Oh, well then yeah, I'm gonna turn him to face this way. So it's just it's just Lennon and him. Each non-death threat. Monster basic rolls a 10. Green and white. Result 4+. Suffers flee. Alright, so Prince doesn't care, but Lennon suffers, doesn't he? Lee brain trauma. The flea brain trauma is knockback equal to movement towards the nearest board edge. Gain, or you're knocked down and gain 1d5. Ow! He falls on his keys. Yeah, gains 4 insanity though. Dude, did I do this all wrong? Did I not update these names properly? Jiminy Christmas. I apologize for the inconsistencies on the stream. Whoopsies. All right, here's his first one. Now, the shade goes, and it moves 4 to the nearest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's our turn. Well, let's get this straight. Joan Jett is blue. Check. Rihanna is red. John Lennon is green. And Prince is white. My goodness. What a disaster. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, Prince is going to shoot his bow. Actually, he's going to shoot the clawhead arrow. Gonna roll 1 and pray we get this guy down. Oh, crud. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Because we need a 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah. No, not enough. We are 1 shy. Our lantern and our innate give us a total of 5. We need 6. All right. Clawhead arrow is toast. And he's going to stay there. He's going to stay in the grass. Yeah. Now I understand your comment. We're like, wait, was it Joan last time? Yep. Apologies. Should be forced to finish the beer on that one. Oh, this isn't beer. It's just water. I'm just... punishment. I'm playing a game. Anyway. I am going to have Rihanna go punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. She's punching. 2 speed, 8 accuracy. She's got... And my goodness, did I make some mistakes on this. She's got +1 movement. Got +1 evasion for the full set. And then Joan Jett has 2 evasion and 2 luck. Good gravy. That's what I get for switching things. All right, 2 hitting on 7, 6s or better. Or I could roll a 2 and a 1. And she's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go straight in. Joan's going in with the novice dagger. Rolling 3. Hitting on 6s or better. That's better. 2 hits. They do. We got fuzzy groin and soft belly, all with crit locations. Oh, I like this, and no negatives. Let's see, which do I want first? Let's do the soft belly first. All right, go gadget crit mobile. That's not it. That's not a crit. So 4, 5, 6. Now we need a toughness on this lion is what? 8? Yeah. Not gonna do it. All right, let's go for that fuzzy groin instead. So we wanna crit so we can get some lion juice or whatever, or frenzy juice. Son of a gun. Well, that's 2 misses on 2 very critical locations. That's disappointing. And yeah, he's done. And he's still knocked down from the monster turn. So yeah. Yeah, we're done. Bad guy turn. Chomp. Closest threat facing in range. And, well, I could dash away. What's his movement? 6? His movement is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could dash away, making him absolutely do nothing. And that's Prince. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna jump away here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, sir. Nothing happens. Shade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shade's getting closer. We good? Our turn. What do you guys want to do? Oh, and Prince was the target. So let's give him an insanity. And heads to Lennon. Do we just want to shoot with Prince? Let's just shoot with Prince. You want to aim? Or do you want to try for 2 hits? So he can aim, which he only rolls 1 die, but he gets +2 accuracy. Pretty much guaranteeing a hit, not necessarily a wound. Or do we want to go for 2 early? 2? Yeah, let's go for 2. All right, Prince. Cumbersome, so he can't move and attack. He's just got to attack. We're hitting on 7, 6, 5s or better. That's 2 hits. Yeah, we could use those headbands if we find something we need. All right, fine. Let's do the glorious mane. Impervious, but maybe we'll get a shimmering mane. Hot dog! Yes, all right. No damage to impervious, but we gain the shimmering mane white lion resource. That's awesome. Nice. And I don't know, I might be tempted to just burn that to get 2 basic hides for working towards our screaming antelope armor. Who knows? All right, and oh, wrong one. If the attacker's insane, Prince, you insane? I feel like you are not. All right, sheer frustration. All right, well, we're not insane. Sheer frustration of a perfect shot not doing damage. I like how the arrow shaves off his mane. Alright, so now we're doing the beast tricep. And if we fail basic action, which means he's going to move and get us anyway. Good luck to us all. Dang it, that was a 7, is now a 3. Do I have enough to make this work? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh, we needed one more. One more. So that is a failure, which means he's jumping at us. And doing his basic attack. So 2 with 1 damage each. Hitting on 2 3s or better. Dang. 2 hits. Well, just take it. It's early. It's early. Might need to dodge headshots later. Who knows? That's a bummer, though. Because it just moved the lion that much further away. I could dash, though. We'll see. So that's him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really can't do much with John Lennon, but I do have darts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move him 5. That gives him, get him close enough to throw a dart. That's good enough. I need 7, 6. Yep, right on. It's exactly what I need. It's a dart throw. Oh, he's gonna run over my boy. Oh, actually, no matter what, unless I crit. A wound, but not a crit. So, sorry, my man. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel hits now out of range. Any survivors passed over suffer grab. Ow. And 1 damage per. So to the 1 to the legs. Prince is taken a beating. Oops, wrong way. Well, this is not exactly how I saw this starting. Okay, so, but Rihanna and Joan Jett both have survival and they have dash. Hey, Praxis, thank you very much today. Thanks for those subs and whatnot. Thanks for the cheerings, all that stuff. You guys are great. Have a good one. And this will be up on Twitch for a couple days until I edit it and post it on YouTube for posterity. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. Let's do some dashing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and dash. Joan's gonna dash. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do I keep it? Do I get it back? I'd get it back. My rawhide armor gives it back to me. Let's see. I don't need to dash again, so there's no need to roll for my chain dash. All right, so she's rolling 3, hitting on 6, 5s or better. 2. All right, and 2 critical locations. That is what we want. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think we want that first failure on Beast's ear very much. That would be, he jumps back, moving right on top of me. That would knock me back 5. All right, Beast Maw. We've got failure. Monster roars. On a 4+, the attacker suffers brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. That one wouldn't be too bad except for the knockdown. So I think I would prefer to fail on the Beast's ear, to be honest. But let's just not fail. Let's go for that. Let's not go for that maw. That's probably going to be a fail. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4. That's definitely a fail. Son of a gun. So on a 4+, darn. The attacker suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Well, there goes my other chance to hit. This is a bit of a frustrating fight here. All right, so now Rihanna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And wait, no, you're right here. He's technically here, so you're supposed to be right there. Then we're going to dash with Rihanna. Do I spend it? No, I don't. She has +1 movement from the lantern. She's punching it in the taint. Perfect hit. And an 8. Oh, the taint was a trap. The attacker is caught in the White Lion's ruse and is savagely mauled. The attacker's doom. Perform basic action against the attack. Oh my gosh, this is not working out. So that is 2 dice hitting on 2, 3, 4s or better. 4s or better. Darn, that's 2 hits. 2 leg and chest. It's only 1 damage though. All right. And that's it. Reshuffle. Well, that was not the best first 2 turns. Right? Not the best. You got 2 people knocked down, 1 damage total. Oh, and then wait, that was my turn. Not good. Not good. All right, we could do better. Let's try it. Let's try it, but do better this time. All right, now let's put the trap right at the top again. Monster turn. See what he does to us. You know it's going to be knockdown survivor. Yeah, we got it right where we wanted. All right, now he's got a mood. Enraged. When this comes into play, draw AI. Let's cue that up. While enraged, monster gains +1 damage token. Per monster level. All right, all damage token increases damage dealt. Yeah. All right, when a survivor suffers any dismemberment or is killed, discard enrage. All right. Delicious. Wild-eyed stare. Okay, random threat, which is red and green. Looks like Rihanna, the one right in front of him. Monster meets your gaze with an unfeeling primal stare. Turn to face the target, roll a d10. On 2+, the target suffers. Yep, it's 2+. Target suffers 1 brain damage and knockback 6. No problem. Actually, that was an okay one. Wow. Oh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That shade is not really a big factor yet. I feel like that might need somebody to go grab it. Does anybody not have survival? John Lennon, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could go after him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and have John Lennon go and poke at that that shade. All right. Let's try to get this extra survival here. So he's hitting on, let's see, 6 5s or better. 2 perfects. 2 perfects. All right, so I just need to roll, let's see, 8. 4 or higher. Bingo. All right. Shade is eliminated. He gains a survival. That will be handy later, I'm sure. That was cool. Anyway, added an extra little fun thing. Level 1's probably not that big of a deal, but later on, it'll be a little bit tougher. All right, what's next? We need let's just hit him with something. Let's have Joan Jett roll her dice again. Stabbing in the face with the novice dagger, which, you know, she's not a novice actually, so she's only regular deadly and no savage. But that is it only 1? So she needs 7s, 6s or better. 2 hits. 2 hits. Ha! Told you it was on top. That's how it works. Who had the fight with the lion? Who was that? You're like, hey, we got killed. So yeah, it's happening to us now too. Attacker is caught completely by surprise. 2 hits. 2 damage to the chest and feet because of the enrage. And that wipes us out of armor at those locations. Right on top. What did I tell you? Jinxed the crap out of it. It happened. Well, I don't think the lion traps are that bad. Last campaign, our traps were way worse. Our node monster traps were way worse. Spiderlings, with all the spiderlings on the board. Each of them teleporting to the bad guy and then doing their attacks. Oh, so many deaths. And with the croc, the instant death on the trap, basically. Way worse. Way worse. Well, that was blue. Not knocked down. Let's see, who's white? Prince. Prince could stab with the founding stone. Let's do that. Let's stab with the founding stone and run away. 2 dice hitting on 7, 6, 5s or better. 2 hits. What do we got? Beast's Maw. On a failure, he roars and we suffer damage. Or we got Beast's Ear. On failure, it jumps back. Yeah, it'd be fine. Didn't do anything. Actually, it would be just fine if you did that. So let's do this one. Beast's Ear. Let's go big money. Big money, no Amy's. 4, 5. Yeah, that's not gonna work. 4, 5, 6. That's a failure. Good God. We just don't have the strength. We should be doing our embolden. Oh well. Alright, so he jumps back without turning move monster 1 directly away from the attacker. Cancel all hits out of range. And then we're moving away. Because that was the founding stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting in the brush. In the shrubbery. Prince is done. Now I need Rihanna to do something, and it's just run up and punch, right? And dash, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, we need to dash. Let's see if we use it. We do. Let's do it right there. Punching. We need 7s or better. Nope. That's a big fat nope. Wait, no, she's got Monster Claw. She's got accuracy and strength with Monster Claw. So that is a hit. 1 hit. Alright. Now let's thinking crit this thing. That is not a crit. Nor is it a wound. It is a failure. Oh, goodness. That is, this is not working right now, team. Alright, so that's a failure. Full move forward, and guess who's grabbed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she takes 1 damage to the chest. Joan takes a damage to the chest. And let's hope. Man, let's hope that it doesn't pick her as the target when she pulls this AI card. Grasp. Of course. Closest knockdown survivor. Move and attack. So she's gonna grab and get taken away again and take more damage as she's dragged around the ground. So she's hitting on 2, 3, 4, 5s or better. 7. So 2 damage to the chest. Oh dear. But it's not a trap, so she's gonna dodge. Does she spend it? Yes, she does. Alright, that would have been a severe injury. So that would have been bad. And now he grabs. And it's not a straight line, it is full move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she takes a hit to the chest. And she's still knocked down. Okay, team, what the hell? Alright, whatever we're doing is not working. And Joan is now... Oh, actually, Joan, that would have been insanity for being targeted. And it's now Prince's again. Oh my goodness. Guys, seriously. Stop it. Who are we doing? We're doing Rihanna from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's phrasing. Are we doing phrasing? And she's gonna dash. Does she spend it? Yes, she does. Ah, I don't remember if I did it or not. 2 from behind. Phrasing again. 2 hits. Terrible, I'm sorry. All right, let's do that soft belly first. Not a... It's not a crit. Is it even a wound? We get 2 strength. Yep, that's a wound. Hey, we got one! Oh my gosh, it took forever to get that second wound. All right, but no crit, no extra specials. Now we're doing beast ribs. And on a wound, we don't have understanding, so... You know... I kind of want to use one of my rerolls to start getting momentum. I'm going to use a reroll. Whose reroll am I using first? Who was first? Sparkles yesterday. I'll use that one. All right. Let's see if we can do better than a 1. 3. That is also not a wound. That was rough. All right. John Lennon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're going to go right there, so we're not adjacent. 2 dice, hitting 6 5s or better. Boom, double 5s, double nickels. Oh, we really don't want this one. So we've got a failure basic action. Yeah, I think I would rather do that one first. So Beast Temple, we can avoid getting Joan grabbed again. That would be, I think, better. Hey, 7 plus 3 and plus 1 is definitely a wound. That's excellent. All right, and there was a failure reaction, so nothing. Oh boy. Let's just get a crit. Ah, not enough, but it is a wound. All right, way to go, John Lennon. Unfortunately, you're hurting your buddy. Ay, ay, ay. Is it full move? Straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Joan takes another. Well, this one's to her head. We can take that one. We do not need her hitting anything on the chest. That'll be a severe injury, and that's not good. All right. Joan's not going to do anything. What are we doing with this dude? Huh? We just moving him to the next grass, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5. We could dash him. Prince doesn't have any other thing to do. Yeah, I think we're going to dash him this turn. That way he can use his cumbersome bow next turn. Can't make... How are you going to encourage? Playing People of the Sun. We do not have encourage. We have embolden, which if you want, you can spend a survival to get a strength token. But we do not have encourage. So yeah, Staying down is, or getting down is knocked down is staying down. And then we're done. All right, bad guy turn. What? Double advanced mood cards? Oh. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh man. So he's bloodthirsty and enraged. I wonder if it's because we've been killing his kids. I don't know, maybe. All right. So when this comes into play, draw a card, queued up. All right, when a survivor suffers damage for any reason, place 1 token on Bloodthirsty. At the start of each monster turn, if Bloodthirsty has 3 tokens, remove them and perform basic action. Oh boy. Get ready for stacking tokens. All right, here's the other AI. It is Cat Scream. Turn to face the target, which is a random threat, which is red, white, and green. It is white. Turn to face white. All right. The monster emits a horrible scream. Each non-death threat, which is green and white, rolls. Both of them are 4+. They both suffer flee, which is knockback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think knockback and knockdown. Knockdown, yep. And then 1d5 insanity. So let's see. Prince is going to gain 5 insanity. John Lennon's gaining... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, he's gaining 3. And Lennon's gaining 4. 1d5, not 1d10. All right, then that is when survivor suffers damage. So that none of those guys suffer damage. Phew. And at the start of each monster's turn, if we have enough tokens on this card, basic action. All right, our turn. Well, 2 people are up. And I don't really feel like using an action, since there's no surge, to reveal the top 2 AIs. I think we know what's in the deck. So I'm just going to stab from behind, I guess. With Joan. I'm glad I'm behind because, well, no, nothing hit. 4 is not enough. 7, 6, 5, nope. Ha! Needed 5s. All right, Rihanna. Are we dashing in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, don't need to. We're just gonna punch. 1 hit. Critical. On a hitting the fleshy gut. On a failure, the white lion swats back, perform basic action against the target. Well, poop. All right, I guess we are taking a hit. Basic attack is 2 against the 2 evasion. Nope, still gonna hit. 2 hits. And that'd be 2 damage to the head and hands, which she will dodge. Will she keep it? No. So which one she's dodging? Probably the head. And she'll take 2 to the hands. And because the lion did damage, placing a token. This shouldn't be that hard. This fight should not be this hard. All right. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Oh, sheesh. Chomp, closest threat facing. There are no threats facing. Closest threat in field of view. Well, that's Rihanna. Now, can I run the hell away? Yeah, I can actually. So, Rihanna's gonna dash. Does she spend it? No, she doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because I dashed with chain dash, I got a 5. I could then dash again. Yeah, let's do that again. So I'll spend it. Do I keep it? Yes, I keep it. That worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the monster moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards Rihanna and waves its claws in the air like it just does not care. That worked out. Hey, yeah, awesome. Now, was that for something else, or is it just queued for whenever? Because if it's for something specific, I want to make sure that I re-roll that specific die. So, but if it's just for general purposes, then we'll queue it up and leave it for when something really nasty happens. All right. Well, chain dash is freaking OP. All right. Totally OP. All right. Our turn. You guys stand up again. Yay. John Lennon is probably going to go and throw some darts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yep. John Lennon is throwing some darts. That's a hit. Let's get a good one. Oh, whew. Okay. This isn't too bad. On a failure, it moves forward, but nobody's in direct line, and that would put it right in front of Rihanna. So win, wound or fail, I think we're good here. I mean, I prefer to wound, of course. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not enough. All right, so fail, move. Jeez. Set ourselves up a little bit here. I didn't like that. It really didn't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know what? I am going to dip. I'm hiding in the grass. Prince is hiding in the grass. Because he's got nothing else. I could throw a founding stone. It's the only founding stone I have at the moment. But we don't have any way to look at the hit location to find out if it's critical. So, and I hate wasting them, so I'm not going to do that. Well, let's punch the lion then, right? So I'm going to stay exactly where I am in the grass and punch. 1 hit. We have the Beast Paw. On a failure, basic action, it gains 2 damage. Wow, okay. Let's... Alright, praying to God. Not enough to crit, but it is a wound. It is a wound. So no failure. That's a win. And let's see, I might want to move out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, because of her extra movement bonus, I'm putting her away. No need for dashing. And then blue, we're just going to move her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if I dashed, I'd have to dash twice in order to get Joan up there. I have the survival to do so. Should I try? Yes. Of course we should. All right, do we spend it? Wow, that was weird. Yeah. So we don't spend it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do we get to dash again? Yes, we do. Do I spend it? No, we don't. That worked out. All right, let's stab it in the back. And we do two hits. And we're deadly. So let's do the straining neck. Yes, yes. Then we've got the beast's flank, which is on a wound. It makes him very upset and gains priority target. That's okay. Either one of these are okay. Straining neck. God bless America. All right, 4, 5, 6. It's not enough. So, but there's no failure. My God. My Guinness. And we've got a wound here. Come on, baby. 7. That's a wound. We'll take the wound. Heck yeah, we will. And then, unfortunately, it's going to be really mad. So, Bryo target. Worst things can happen. And that's it. That's it. We're good. We're done. And the target goes to Rihanna, but it's not going to be her, so no free insanity this turn. All right. Oh, it's Ozzy! Come on, man. All right, let's try this out. All right. Why would it be focused up there? Haha, look at that. Thank you, Ozzy. Thanks, Def. Is that when I threw the prior target token out there? Oh, whatever. All right. I gotta shuffle. Oh, we're shuffling too. All right, which one's on top, left or right? Which one is on top, left or right? Anybody? I do it myself, it's just not as fun. I think we're correct with the overlay. He's got 5 health, 1 basic, 2 moods, 2 cards. All right, left. Oh, we've got a quorum. Left is up top. Oh, that's great. So she's just gonna get screamed at. All right, turn to face. Well, everybody's gonna get screamed at. So turn to face her. The prio target screams each non-death threat in monsters facing. Well, it's actually not Prince because he's hiding. He's not a threat right now. So red, blue, and green. 4+, suffer, flee. Sweet. It's just green. Which I don't think he needs much more. So he gets 1. John Lennon gets 1 more insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and knock down. I am quite okay with that. That was just once, right? It was not permanently. Yep. All right. Some of these cards can do permanent, right? And then it's our turn. He still has not gotten 3 tokens on this for the extra attack. Let's try to keep it that way. And too far away to hit with anything. Let's save that for a bit. You want to claw and run, or we would actually let's move over to the grass, then stab with some daggers. Gah. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. Way to waste your turn. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Punching with Joan. We got 1 hit in there. Beast Brow. We wound, the monster snarls. Attacker suffers 1 brain damage and a basic attack. This is on a wound. Don't worry, we won't. We don't quite know how to do that. That's rough. So no wound reaction. Oh my gosh. At this point, I'm going to throw my founding stone out of frustration. Well, yeah, you're no longer hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? We're gonna 5. Then we're gonna dash. So Prince is gonna dash, and we'll use that dash to cumbersome shoot with the bow. All right, 2, hitting on 7, 6, 5s or better. 1 hit. Whew, I'm glad I moved Rihanna. So on a failure, it's gonna full move forward, but nobody's in front. That's a win. Oh yeah, there it is. Critville. Population, you bro. No, sorry about that. All right, crit. What happens on a crit? The trauma of the impact fractures the lion's shoulder. -1 movement. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but whatever. Hey, a wound is a wound is a wound. So now he's just going to be screaming at us the whole friggin' time and knocking people back in terror. He's going to keep knocking us down and knocking us down. It's just going to be an endless cycle of pain. However, he's not going to be doing damage from attacks which go on this bloodthirsty. So, see good and bad? Good philosophy. All right, our turn. No, sorry, bad guy's turn. Screaming at us. So, just how he arranged it. Yes, yes. We got random threat. That is blue, red, and white. It's white. He's already facing. All right, so then he rolls. Is it everybody, or is it just threats? Each non-death threat in monsters facing. Okay, so it's just him. Roll low. Yes. Bing. Nothing happens. Take that, monster. And then that's it. It's our turn. Get back up. Can we kill it now, please? It's got 2 health left. Remember, that's because it's got 1 card, 1 basic, and 2 moods in play, so we're at 4 on the top. Not looking good for the lion. That's a fact. I think I'm gonna have Rihanna go first, though. 1, 2, 3. Want to punch it from behind. That's 1 hit. No, that's 2 hits. Has 8, 7, 6, and behind. Yeah, so 2. Because of her monster claw. Okay, let's do the beast's knee. There's nothing bad about that. And then beast's chest, if we fail, it moves forward when nobody's in front. All right, come on. Big money, no whammies. That is not a crit. We need 9s, but it is a wound. So no more screaming at us. I think it likes to fuss. And then we've got this one for the coup de grace. Come on, Rihanna. Bitchin'. Girl power. Done. Dead. Dusted. That's one reason we like moods sometimes, right? We like those moods that hang around that don't really impact and take away from the health pool. Woo-hoo! Let's do that one. Yes, yes. Big money, big money. All right, level 1 is 4 and 4, 1 hunt XP. Congrats, Prince. You are now part of the tribe. John Lennon will age up. Rihanna will age up. Joan Jett continues her dominance. No, Joan will not get Prof. Rihanna will be Fist and Tooth. Who knows what John Lennon will choose? Spear, maybe? Could always use a spear guy. I like spears and traps. Trap hunting with spears. Let's do that. Alright. Whew. I honestly, this one took longer than I was hoping, for sure. Absolutely, this one took longer. And it did not look good. I mean, just the amount of times we were just whiffing, and the extra damages. Oof. That was close. 4 lion. Four generics. Now we ended up with a shimmering mane, the broken prism lantern, which that's gonna be cool. We got a monster hide, we got a monster organ, and we got another monster hide, courtesy of another baby. We are monsters. Are we the monsters? And no severe, no deaths. Oh, nothing. All right, we get another broken lantern, which will allow us to queue the broken prism once we get heat. Organ, hide and bone. There's our innovation. Wicked. All right, now here's what Stickler. I know what Stickler's waiting for in here. But do we get it? Great cat. White fur. Super spicy beverages. And cat's eye. Yahoo!
That's it! We did it!
We did it!
You know what that means. Bum, bum, bum. And then we get Frenzy Drink, which we don't have any slow, cumbersome weapons, melee weapons. So not necessarily a requirement, but I do like Frenzy Drinks. And reminder, there is no inner lantern. There's no inner lantern in this game. It is Fists of Sun or something like that. Hands of the Sun. Yep. Yep. Hands of the Sun is the inner lantern of the People of the Sun. So, and then when that triggers, I'm going to be putting character in the deck as well. So, because that would usually trigger off inner lantern. But I still want this. I still want Hands of the Sun or Overcharge, which would allow us to turn strength tokens into devastating. Be pretty BA. So no surge, no encourage. You get embolden and you get overcharge. Those are the different ones. I'd rather have Hands of Sun if I had a choice. Right? But we're not there yet. We will be. We will be. First, tick the timeline up to Lantern Year 4 and read Sun Dipping. Sky fishing. Not in alphabetical order here. Sun dipping. All right. Yeah, and again, thanks everybody for the views, the follows, the hearts, the subscribes, all those things. It really means a lot to me that you guys are just hanging here with me, playing the game that I'm gonna play anyway, and have some fun with it. All right, sun dipping. Beams of light spear the ground, driving danger away. Inspired, the settlement creates a right and gains the partnership innovation. And we'll get to that in a moment. Nominate up to 3 pairs of eligible survivors to partake in the solar ritual. Between rolls, the remaining survivors may get scared and choose to end the event. This would not cancel the effects of any of results rolled. All right, so partnership, we're also going to play with Because why not? Because absolutely why not? We're going to play with that new beta fun partnership. And it could totally derail the settlement. I don't know. I don't care. It's fun. Why not? So when we pick partnership, let's read this. This prototype. When your settlement innovates partnership, select a bonding principle, enduring or devoted. Enduring legacy or devoted union. When a pair of survivors become partners, they gain the benefits and abilities of your chosen principle instead of gaining the principle of regular old boring partnership. Right? So again, another way to twist this campaign, or not twist this the wrong way. Twist this the wrong way. Right? We're going to do it however we want. So enduring legacy is for 2. All right, we got ourselves some endeavors. So nominate 2 survivors that they gain the partner ability limit once per lifetime, and then they may only nominate that partner for intimacy. You know that part. When your partner dies, gain a random disorder and lose the ability. Children of partners may inherit 1 point of positive attribute and 1 fighting art from among their parents. They gain these benefits when the partners give birth or adopt. During the settlement phase, partners may adopt an unnamed survivor that has never departed the settlement. Survivors may only inherit from parents once per lifetime. When partners have 3 children, their family is complete and they cannot have children anymore. All right, so that one is they gain 1 attribute and 1 fighting art from their parent, from a parent, right? Or there's devoted union. So during a survivor's turn, while you and your partner are within range of the monster, you may perform a combined attack, limit once per round. Combined attack is, partners each spend their act and activate a weapon. They simultaneously make attack rolls, determining hits based on their individual accuracy. Drawing hit locations for all hits, then resolve hit locations one at a time. Partners choose which survivor attempts to wound each location, all right, including the trap. All right, each partner may not make more wound attempts than the number of dice they rolled for their attack. All right, so we have 2 choices. Which partnership are we innovating? I think this is pretty important. This is a pretty important decision. Do we want basically improved survival of the fittest, which gives us an additional attribute and a fighting art? Or do we want, a sink strike kind of, bonus? Which, again, could be quite devastating when it comes to the speed. If we have a lot of speed and they're rolling lots of hits, obviously the percentage of the trap coming up is high, right? But yeah, I agree. I as far as creating new survivors, the 1 attribute, which could be luck, right? Or evasion. Yeah, obviously it's probably going to be evasion, just because of how flexible that is across all monsters. But you can only do it 3 times, and it has to be new, unnamed, right? We already have everybody named, so it has to be new. That means we have to use endeavors in order to do make new ones. So that limits that one a little bit. The partners with attacking, a higher chance of downing monsters, So give take. I don't know, but I really like this choice. So I think what we're going to do is we'll probably put this on the Discord and give it a week, right? Give it a full week to really bake in which one we're going to do here, right? So if you want to vote now, you can, post your vote, or you could just hop over to Discord. Down in Twitch in the About area is the link. Just hop on Discord, jump into the Soundgarden Settlement chats group, and cast your vote. Are we doing Devoted Union or Enduring Legacy? All right. Anyway, let's continue. Nominate up to 3 pairs of eligible survivors. At this point, everything is eligible. We don't have anybody that's already partnered or anything like that that would prevent us. Let's come up with some crazy unions, all right? All right, so let's go over this again. Who do we have? We've got, well, let's see. I need to actually transpose fight ending info. That would probably be important before I close that window. Joan ends up with 3 and 2. Rihanna 1 and 2. Lennon, my boy, 2 and 9. Prince, how about you, man? 0 and 5. Got some insane peeps. Oh yeah, come on up. Flipping that board around. All right, now I can move on. And we'll do age after this. We have Prince, John Lennon. We've got Cher, Rihanna, Joan Jett, Ozzy, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Adele, Shakira, Tina Turner, Freddie Mercury, Alice Cooper, Dio, and David Bowie. Now, can we come up with some really crazy combinations? Who the hell would John Lennon go with? No, I want somebody like David Bowie, Prince, and Alice Cooper to be matched up. All right, Alice Cooper and Joan Jett. That's my vote. Alice Cooper and Joan Jett. That's my match right there. Anybody else got a match? They want to see combinations? Tina Turner and Prince. That could be funny. Dio and Adele. We got so many crazy ones. Oh, Freddie Mercury and Lady Gaga. I could enjoy that one. Freddie and Lady. All right, we need one more. We need one more match. Again, we have Prince, John Lennon, Ozzy, Dio, David Bowie. We've got Tina Turner, Adele, Shakira, Beyonce, Cher, Rihanna. Come on, somebody out there's gotta have a fun combo of those. Knowing we have not figured out the actual partnership bit yet. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Nobody? Nobody's got a combination that they would like to see. All right, I might just be rolling dice here then. Oh, no, never mind. It's Cher and David Bowie, right? Cher and David Bowie. Those are the ones I'm thinking. All right, now let's get back to sun dipping. All right, so we nominate 3 pairs done to partake in solar ritual. Between the rolls, the remaining survivors can get scared based on what's happening, and would end the event. But anything that had already been rolled sticks. So roll a d10 for each pair, 1 at a time. A survivor is eligible if all the following conditions apply. Oh, right. Right, I forgot. They're eligible only if they're purified. I forgot about that. So we could use 2 endeavors to purify 2 people. I think we should do that. Which out of those pairs, we've got the Cher and David Bowie, Freddie Mercury and Lady Gaga, Joan Jett and Alice Cooper. Who are the 2 that we're purifying? Right, so now we're narrowing it down even further. We gotta. Is it 1? Oh no, it's 2. Oh, crud. I actually don't think we have enough. So here's the thing. In order to purify, it costs 2 endeavors. Ooch. Ooch. Once per lifetime. So we won't be able to innovate this round if we do this. But sun dipping, it does happen more. It does happen often, right? Sun dipping happens every, let's see, at Lantern Year 12. So it happens one more time. So this is an opportunity to get potential Sun Eater people early. I would recommend it. Yeah, only enough for one couple, and we don't innovate. That's whatever. I think we're sitting really good right now, but it's just. So which one? I feel like we get one, and hope we roll high, so that we can get ourselves Sun Eaters. We need a 7 or higher. You gonna Cher? Which one was that one? Cher and Bowie? Right on. All right, Cher and Bowie, you guys are hereby, by the power vested in me, purified. Now, what else happens, right? There's something else. It says you cannot depart this next year. Whatever. You gain protective disorder. Oh, apparently it's overprotective. Whatever. When an adjacent survivor is knocked down, you are also knocked down as you rush to their aid. Boo! So, KD if adjacent to KD. Well, that's not fun. And that's another tally mark for typos in KDM. There are quite a few of them. All right, so then you on a roll a d10 on an 8+ gain stuff. All right, red is David Bowie, blue is Cher. Booyah! Who is red? David Bowie is red. He gets 1 permanent attribute of his choice. And then Cher gets a strength or accuracy. I think we're going to go with strength for Cher. I like wounding monsters. But David Bowie, we get seriously excited right now because we could give him luck, evasion, movement, speed, whatever. Now, David Bowie's already -1 speed. But I think I'm gonna want probably luck, because we could put a lucky charm with his bow and a set of rawhide and let him, bow crit farm. But speed would get him back to normal. But he could just aim and get, that +2 accuracy and not worry about it. I'm feeling either luck or evasion, but I'm thinking luck. Because if he's bow spec, he shouldn't be needing evasion so much. Hopefully he's far away. Luck. Luck. We going down luck. I'm going down the path for luck. Ooh, okay, yep, there is luck. It's in pencil, not pen, but whatever. All right, so now get out of here, unworthy couples. Now we get to go for the rest. Here it is. This die right here is going to determine the solar ritual. We have a couple rerolls. in case we want to really game the game. All right, here's our roll for the solar ritual. Well, that's not good. I think we're gonna be rerolling that one. I don't know. Let's find out. It says the pair steps into the light, roaring. Their clamor instantly turns to screams, and one of the survivors is pushed out, burnt to a crisp, barely alive. They gain the Hellfire secret fighting art and +5 insanity. The other survivor is incinerated. They're dead. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. I like secret fighting arts. Okay. I don't want to read this one out loud because it is a secret fighting art. That's terrible. I'm re-rolling that one. We're gonna use Necro's re-roll. Necro, this is yours. All right, this is Necro. You know what? Let's get rid of that die. That's a bad die. We're gonna use a different one. How about this one? All right, this is the winner. Fiv. As the pair reaches the column of light, it vanishes. They feel the sun protecting them. Each gains a courage and understanding. Huh. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. They would each become bold. But it doesn't give them partner or Sun Eater fighting arts, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we want to reroll that, or are we good with that? What do you guys think? I know, right? You're like, hey, you got to double down to get even. At least the way I play. We're like, don't come with me to Vegas. You ain't leaving. You're gonna be working as a cook or a busboy and trying to make money for their ticket back home. I'm not seeing a lot of like, yeah, let's push our luck. So I think we're probably gonna leave it, aren't we? All right, fine. No one's forcing me to use it. So let's bold. And they get an understanding, right? Yeah, +1 understanding for both of them. You know, there are worse things. One could be incinerated. So now we have some age ups. We've got a couple of age ups. We've got... And now I can't remember who aged up. And we've got bolds. We've got 2 bolds. Lennon aged up. Prince did not. Joan Jett did not. Rihanna did. So we've got 2 ages. And we need to do a settlement event. We'll do those things and then we'll call it a day. And then we'll do the rest on Discord. Deal? What do we got? Lights in the sky. A spectacular light show erupts against the limitless darkness above. Swirling vivid trails streak overhead. They lift everyone's spirits. Lingering effect. The settlement's collective imagination is set aflame after rolling for any endeavor. You may add 1 or 2 to the result. Well, guess what? We already used ours, and that didn't change anything. So this does absolutely nothing, because we have no endeavors left. Well, awesome. Now let's do age and whatnot. We'll call it a day. It was a decent day. Nobody died. Can't die on age. All right. Whose age is this? This is Rihanna. We'll do Rihanna. 17. Does that push her over? Yes, it does. +1 accuracy. Permanent. I like permanence. Oh, Mr. Lennon. 13, that's just fighting art. Like it's bad. It's good. What do you get? Crazed. On a perfect hit, gain insanity. I don't think he needs any more. He's at 9. Alright, now we're doing bold. I think next week we'll do a giveaway of some kind. We can get like 10 plus easy, like watching at a time. We'll do a giveaway next week. All right, let's do Cher first. These guys were emboldened during the settlement phase, so they're matchmakers now, which doesn't mean anything, because in this settlement, so this would normally bypass augury, but in this settlement, you just need one endeavor at the pool to do intimacy, so this doesn't really help us. So they're matchmakers. Whoopity-doo. Whoopity-doo. Alright, let's see what she gets. Cher. What do we want? There's accuracy, strength. Oh, if we got 4 to 7, that'd give us an endeavor. Yes! She got us an endeavor! Is it just once per year? Well, that could help. Alright, so we get +1 endeavor to the settlement this year, which means we are totally innovating. David Bowie. My man. +9. Look at that. +1 permanent strength. Dude is awesome. So he's got +2 accuracy, +2 strength, +1 evasion, +1 luck, -1 speed. And now we're going to be innovating, aren't we? Organ, hide, bone. Endeavor. Yes, I know. What are we hoping to see? What were you guys hoping to see? Yeah, David Bowie, shining savior of the darkness. Right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, of the darkness. One hell of a title. And then he's married, or he's not married, he's not partner yet. That story was not, they don't become partners. If they had rolled 7 or higher, they would become partners, but they did not. They are not partners. I'm gonna say, and he's married to Cher. Just Cher. Boring old Cher. All right, here we go. What are we hoping for? Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm told. I mean, you guys don't even get a choice. We're doing Hands of the Sun. All right. Hands of the Sun is basically our surge. It's the thing that allows us to get devastating with strength tokens, and having quixotic people in the settlement automatically getting strength tokens means that they can automatically start doing devastating without spending survival, or well, without spending survival to get a token. You know, it's basically 1 round early. So, or at least, yeah, whatever. Anyway, automatically have a strength token. So definitely doing this one. Sorry, face painting. That's what I think of you. All right, and then because this is technically Inner Lantern, we'll be adding character to the deck. So Hands of the Sun consequences. What else is Hands of the Sun consequence? Hands of the Sun is aqua aerobics. The Sauna Shrine. But it's People of the Sun themed, so I think that's good. All right, awesome. Yeah, and I will tally up the resources, and we'll discuss it on Discord what we're doing. or it will dictate what's happening, I guess, for some of it. Yeah, but if you guys have anything you guys want to do, I know. Oh, Aziz is flipping cameras on me. That son of a gun. All right. I know what we're doing with this one. We're getting the eye of the cat, and we're getting frenzy drink. But we, cat bone and fur probably make hides. But yeah, I think that's a good one. Look at that. Right at the pretty much the stroke of 2. Perfect. 4-hour segment, 2 lantern years, and a whole lot of fun. All right, so I'll see you guys next Friday for more of this. And don't forget on Tuesdays paint and chat. We sometimes are doing Kingdom Death minis, whatever. So come and join us for putting minis together, painting minis, all that stuff on Tuesdays. And this week we finished the Seance at Blank Manor game, the video game. I loved that game. I even sent the dev studio a nice little message today saying that was super fun. That was awesome. Thanks a lot. And if you want to see that, that's all on YouTube under the live section. The whole series of me playing that game. That was fun. We're going to try Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I've been wanting to try that game. So we'll try it out this next week on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday is the next Lantern Year, which is 4. And we have to figure out where we're going next. I have a feeling we're going to lope it, right? We're going to elope. Yeah, it kind of depends on what else we do with this loot. Yeah, it depends. But for me, 5XP, thank you. Thanks everybody for showing up, showing your support. It means the world to me. I really appreciate it. And again, join Discord, join the fun. And if you're watching on replay on YouTube or whatever, hit some comments, hit some bells and whistles, some subscribes. It'll let you know when I'm going live next. So until Tuesday, adios amigos. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great weekend, everybody.